Κύριος θα λειτουργήσει ερχόμενος στον κόσμο ως ένα φως εθνών, ανοίξει ο ουρανός. Όλη η πορεία είναι αέναο φως. Αυτό το φως μεταφράζεται στην πράξη ως η αγάπη του Θεού. Αυτό είναι το θείο πάθος που εξάλαμε από το θείο πάθος για τον κόσμο, για τον άνθρωπο, για κάθε έναν προσωπικά από εμάς. Οι μαθητές σου, κυρίες σου, οι Απόστολοι, είναι εκεί που συνέδαμε, κάτι άλλο. Ο ύμνος της αγάπης, Παύλου, είναι η πιο ακριβή,
expression, facing the autumn. Step up the morphine, stand by my side. Boiling rejection, caught in the heavens, planning a new one, taking the sky. You are the silence in my brain, unsettled by the weather. We built a kingdom in the rain. I think we're getting better. Sometimes I wanna know why we bother at all. Under impressions, growing up crooked, sideways and under, cured by glances of fortune and memories. I should be loathing, I couldn't find you, and I shouldn't care. You were the silence in my brain, unsettled by the weather. We built a kingdom in the rain. I think we're getting better. Sometimes I wanna know why we bother at all. Our rising sun, setting in the back of the ride. Our rising sun, setting in the back of the Sometimes I wanna know why we bother at all. Sometimes I wanna know why we bother at all. Grant me a new one, I'm growing slowly. Sign of reflection, cued by a goddess. I'm loaded and ready, more than I wanted. Step up the morphine.
Thoughts begin. The multicolored set. My mind is fried. Erupts the new type system. I'm involved in project upgrade. Insane shade of my color provokes the inner side of the gamma ray light beam. I'm spiritual, celestial, subtle light. Sights, no ego trips, no gimmicks. The machine is run by the dead and ran by the devil. I'm mentally connected, seeing far from the devil.
Provokes the inner side of a ghetto red light. Me, I'm spiritual. You are hearing the sound of the ocean now, the sound of the waves beating against the beach. Imagine yourself standing on a warm, sunny beach. The waves are lapping at your feet. You look off into the distance, and the blue sky and the blue water meet on the horizon. Gentle, white, puffy clouds move by overhead. Picture yourself standing on this warm beach. Your bare feet feel the warm sand. Feel it and feel good and comfortable. There's a gentle breeze flowing, and you feel the breeze against your face. You turn into the breeze and breathe deeply of the warm, fresh, clean air. You feel good. You feel good and relaxed. You feel free. You watch the waves beating at your feet, moving just gently, just touching your toes, and you feel good. You see the gulls circling overhead, swooping downward, and the terns following them down, moving, skipping over the waves. And you recognize how nice it is, how wonderful it is to be free. Be free, standing on the beach, a warm sun overhead, and you feel good. You feel good. Now turn and look to the land. Look back to the land. You see a small cut in the beach. A sparkling clear stream of water is spouting down into the ocean through this small cut. You notice that there's a path along the bank of the stream leading up and away from the beach. Turn now away from the ocean and follow the path. Follow the path. The path that runs deep, higher and higher along the bank of the clear, sparkling stream. You are moving away from the sandy beach now, and you notice little wildflowers growing along each side of the path. They nod in the breeze as you walk up beside them. In the distance, to your left, you see a line of rounded hills far in the distance. And as you walk, you look to the right, and on the right, far in the distance, is a ridge of rounded hills. You continue to walk easily and slowly up the path along the stream. And as you walk, the stream becomes smaller and clearer, more clear and smaller. And as you walk, The hills to the left become steeper and taller, and the hills to the right become steeper and taller, and the valley becomes narrower as you follow the path along the stream. The flowers along the path are of many colors, and you enjoy them as you walk among them along the path. Now the valley is much narrower, and the rounded hills on each side you can see are much higher, much, much higher. And the path becomes steeper as the stream becomes smaller and narrower as you move forward along the bank, following the path. Now the path is becoming more difficult because it is steeper, and the valley is very narrow, and the hills are very tall on each side of it. Far above you, the rounded hills reach up on each side, and you continue to walk easily, calmly, and comfortably along the path, following the stream.
Whisper to me, please don't send me to the path of nevermore. Even the valleys below, where the rays of the sun were so warm and tender, now haven't anything
The stream
to
is very narrow, and the path is very narrow, but you can follow it very
Why did
easily.
you have to leave
The path leads
me?
you
Why did you
upwards.
deceive me?
On these
Send me
sides
to the
become
path of
higher,
nevermore. When you say you didn't love me anymore.
Now ahead of you, you see the end of it, where the hills on each side meet. And you follow the path up to the point where the tall hills meet, the foot where the tall hills meet. Following the stream, following the path along the stream. You are almost to the point now where they join together, and you still do not know where the stream comes from. You follow the path more carefully, following the stream, the tiny stream of clear, pure water. And now you are close enough to see where the stream comes from. There is a large opening where the hills join, and it is from here that the stream originates. Follow the path up to the opening. Follow the path along the bank of the stream right to the opening from where the stream comes. You see now that the stream does come from the opening in the side of the hill. And you see too that the opening is large enough for you to walk in, upright, standing straight and tall. Move now and follow the stream into the opening in the side of the hill. As you walk, you see that it's like a cave, but not a cave. The path is still there and soft under your feet, and there is light inside. Light so that you can see your way, not too bright, but not too dim. A pleasant light. And you walk along following the stream through the cave-like tunnel as it moves inward and upward. Now the tunnel becomes smaller, and you have to bend over a little just to keep following the stream. And the stream is much smaller. Now as you move slowly, you must bend over. Bend over more in order to follow the stream as you walk along the path, inward and upward. Now ahead of you, you can't see the stream anymore, the tiny stream, and you realize that quite suddenly the tunnel is much larger and you can stand up again. You can stand up and look around, looking at the small stream. There it is, and you follow it carefully for a few feet, and you discover where the stream has gone. It is coming underneath a large, heavy door, a door large enough for you to walk through. An old, large door made of wood, of great beams of wood. And the stream, a tiny little trickle of water, of clear, pure water, is coming from underneath this massive door. Beyond this massive door is a place you've been before. A place you have been before. It is the place of no time, where time does not exist. It is a place familiar to you. Beyond the door, you will see a ray of light, a warm, bright ray of light coming down from above. As a light would come, a ray of light from the sun down through an opening in trees. The ray of light has many colors in it, and it is warm and refreshing. Also behind the door are those who know and understand and love you. And each of them has a message for you when you go through the door. You will meet those who are waiting for you, who know and understand you and love you, and each has a message for you when you go beyond the door and into the ray of warm light from overhead. After the door is opened, I will count from 11 to 20 and back down to 10 again. When I count back from 20, you will begin to return to the door, And by the count of 10, when the number 10 is reached again, you will be back through the door where you are right now. You will be back through the door where you are right now when the number 10 is reached again. Beyond the door, the place of no time, where time does not exist. Beyond the door are those waiting for you, each with a message that is important for you. And these are the ones who love you, who know you, who understand you. Remember now, the count will begin after you will go through the door, as a signpost to let you know where the door is. The count will go from 11 to 20, and then back down to 10. When the number 10 is reached, you will be back through the door on this side. The numbers will guide you back to the door so that you can come back to where you are right now. The numbers are the signposts back to the door. The door is opening now, slowly, easily. Wider and wider. It is wide enough for you to walk through comfortably and easily. And you can see the great ray of light beyond in the place of no time. Walk through now. Meet and hear the messages from those who love you, who know you, and understand you. Go through the door now. Eleven. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 16. 13. Well, 11. 10. 10. You have returned through the door. You are back through the door now. The massive door is closing, swinging shut slowly and surely, closing off the area from where you just returned. You can visit again, but not for now. The door is closing. And now it is closed tightly and solid. You remain calm. You remain calm and begin to move out along the tunnel, downward and outward slowly. And as you do, the memory of where you have been stays with you. You remember the messages. You remember the experience of being in a place of no time. But as you walk, you become calmer and calmer as you follow the stream down to the tunnel. You remember the experience, but you leave the emotion behind you. You leave the emotion behind you as you follow the stream downward through the tunnel. Downward and downward. The ceiling is taller, and the walls of the tunnel a bit wider, and the stream, the pure, clear water stream, is a little larger. And now you can walk more freely as you move downward and outward. You follow the stream, you follow the soft path. And now you stand up walking easily, walking through the tunnel. And now in the distance, you see this brighter light where the stream enters the valley. And you move more rapidly now as you approach the end of the tunnel, as it enters the valley, and the stream enters the valley. And now you are outside the tunnel, standing at the head of the valley. Follow the path along the stream, moving down to the sea, slowly and comfortably, easily and calmly. As you walk, the valley widens, and the hills are getting lower, and the stream is getting fuller as it flows down to the sea. The valley is widening as you walk, and the hills are getting lower as the stream is getting fuller as it flows down to the sea. You follow along the path, and there are the flowers of many colors, waving in the warm breeze. And overhead, you see the blue sky with the white clouds, following the easy path as you walk. Down to the sea. Now the valley is very wide, and the low rounded hills are far in the distance on each side. Feel the sand under your feet. See the blue sky overhead and the blue ocean off to one side and the white puffballs of clouds in the sky and the warm sun. Feel the warm sun, its rays touching you as you stand there. And you feel good. You feel good and you feel calm. You feel good and feel calm. And you remember. so that you will return to exactly the point where you began. Exactly the point where you began. I'm going to count now from 10 down to 1. When I reach the count of 1, all of your 5 physical senses will be operating clearly, cleanly, sharply, and beautifully. You'll be completely wide awake, both physically and mentally, completely refreshed in every way. All when I reach the count of 1. I'm going to count now. 10, 9, 8, 7. Completely wide awake when I reach the count of 1, with all of your 5 physical senses operating clearly, cleanly, sharply, and beautifully. And you'll be completely refreshed when I reach the count of 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1.